This is going to be a video about finger knitting. I am going to start with a brand new skein. You'll notice when you start with this is called a skein of yarn. When you start with a brand new skein, it's probably a loose string that's off of the top of the skein. The easier one to work with is the one that comes out of the middle. If it comes out of the middle of the skein right here, then you won't have as many tangles. So I like to work with the stuff coming out of the middle of the skein. I'm going to take my yarn, I'm going to put it right on top of my hand like this and hold it with my thumb. This is my left hand because I'm right-handed and I want that hand free. So I notice I did not cut the yarn from the skein at all. I want to keep that going until I decide that I'm done with it. So I didn't cut the yarn. I'm holding it with my thumb like this. I'm going to take the yarn that is on the back of my hand right here, and I'm going to wrap it behind my pointer finger, in front of the next, behind the next, in front of the pinky, and wrap it around the pinky. Go in front of the ring finger, behind the next, in front of the pointer finger, and then I'm going to do that again, just like I'm weaving. So I'm going to go around that last finger I did, go in front, behind, in front, and then do it again. Go wrap it around the pinky, go in front, behind, in front. Now I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to take this one. As you'll know you did it right if you have 2 strings on each finger, because for the next step I have to take the bottom string and put it over my finger. Take the bottom string, put it over my finger, take the bottom string, put it over my finger, take the bottom string, put it over my finger. I'm going to push that down a little bit. Now I have 4 strings. I have to make it, remember, into having 2 strings on each one. So I'm going to take this again. I'm going to skip the pointer finger, go on top of this finger, behind this one, on top of this one, go around the pinky, on top of that one, behind that one, on top of that one. Now I do the same thing. I'm going to pull this over, pull this over, pull this over, pull this over. Then you just keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Hold, pull this through, pull this through, pull this through, pull this through. I'm gonna pull it down as I need to. Excuse me. And just do the same thing. I'm always starting with this middle finger. I'm going over the middle finger, behind, over, under, over, under, over. Hold. So I could pull that through, pull this through, pull this through, pull this through. And you'll notice on the back is where the weaving is coming out, is coming through. Okay, so that's the weaving that I'm actually doing. So I'm going to keep on doing this for a while, and then I'll show you what's happening at the end. Okay, so once you are once you have to stop, wherever you have to stop, you're going to take a pencil and you're going to put it through this one. I'm putting it underneath the loop, and then underneath this loop, and then underneath this loop, and then underneath this loop. I want to get all of my fingers out of there without losing the loops that are on here. I'm going to push them all together on the middle of the pencil, and then I'm going to take a piece of tape and tape it right there so that they don't move and so that they're all in order too. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take my skein and I'm going to just stick the pencil in here so that nobody gets it. And I'm going to wrap this around it so that people know that this skein is being used and is taken. So this is how it has to be until the next week when I can work on it again. Okay, that's it. So these are infinity scarves that I made from the finger weavings. All you have to do is tie them together at, this is actually one long strand, and then I tied them all together so that people know which side is which and how to put it on. So you put it on and then you wrap it around just like a regular infinity scarf. I did one for an adult and one for a child, for my daughter. So that's one thing that you could do with finger weavings, but there's lots of other things. You just have to think of them.